What's up guys, it's the NJB here, and today I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm specifically going to be talking about the spider sense, or the lack thereof. So before I get into this video, I just want to say I'm going to be talking about the movie, so I'm not going to intentionally talk about spoilers, but it may come up while I'm talking about it. So if you don't want to hear spoilers about the movie, if you haven't seen it yet, or you just don't want to, then I'd click off the video right now. But if you haven't seen the movie or you don't care about spoilers, then you can keep watching. I'm just going to talk about Spider and Spidey sense, and I kind of want to just bring up a discussion about it. So I'm actually going to start before Spider-Man Homecoming came out. So what I kind of noticed in Captain America Civil War is that when they brought in Spider-Man, one thing I was kind of off about him, and that was the fact that his spider sense, I won't say it's not there, but I would say that it didn't, we didn't see it in action. I mean, there were a lot of times where he's gotten taken out, unexpectedly from something from behind him, and he didn't know it was happening. He didn't react to it, and nothing happened. So that was kind of weird to me. I mean, I noticed it, but I didn't hear anyone talking about it. I did talk about it with some of my friends, but for the most part, I didn't really see anyone on the internet talking about it. They probably did, but I wasn't looking up videos on it. So let me bring up just a few moments when he probably should have had spider sense that should have helped him in Captain America Civil War. So the first one is when he was holding Bucky by their hand, by his metal arm, and he was like, "Wow, you have a metal arm? That's cool," or he said something like that. And then Falcon comes in and grabs him and takes him off, and just takes him off in the airport just to get him away from Bucky. So that's the first instance that I was kind of like, okay. Usually, I've been watching Spider-Man for quite a while, so I usually just I kind of have a spider sense to kind of expect him to just use his spider sense whenever something unexpected is about to happen to him. So it's just something I've kind of gotten used to, and I think a lot of people have gotten used to as well. The next instance is when he was about to tie up Bucky and Falcon. So he kind of already beat them, but he's going to kind of finish off the job just by tying them up a bit more. That's what it looked like. But then Falcon's drone comes, it attaches a grappling hook onto his web shooter and then takes him off. So I was expecting the spider sense to kind of come up and for him to know that was going to happen, or at least be aware of it. And it didn't happen. So I found that a little weird too. So I was wondering if they were going to fix this in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, if they're going to maybe add it in, or maybe explain it a little more. And it really didn't. We didn't really see much of spider sense in the movie. In fact, I don't really remember seeing it at all. Usually the previous movies, they kind of have this moment where Spider-Man kind of freezes a bit, he realizes something's about to happen, and he turns around and kind of stops it. And that's usually how it works. But in Spider-Man Homecoming, I don't recall any scenes like that. So even though there were quite a lot of scenes to have it in the movie, for me, the main scene was when he was, and this is a spoiler warning if you guys still are watching this and you're not expecting spoilers, but when he's chasing the truck and he's chasing those crooks that were about to sell the weapons to that guy, I don't remember his name. He's chasing them and they get the Vulture to come as backup, and he comes out of nowhere when Spider-Man's in the mid-air and takes him off. I feel like his spider sense should have came on and alerted him to that. I don't really think there's anything he really could have done to stop the Vulture from grabbing him and taking him into the air, but it still would have been nice for us to see that, or see that the movie acknowledges that he has a spider sense. He should have known that was going to happen. Honestly, it's not clear that he knew or didn't know, but it kind of would have been nice if they kind of acknowledged that his spider sense was going to happen. But they did kind of comment on the spider sense thing. So the director's main comments on the spider sense was that he didn't want to bring in some stuff that we've already seen in action before. And he explained that we've already seen spider sense done in 2 different Spider-Man movie series, and they didn't exactly want to make that a big focus point for Spider-Man Homecoming. They kind of wanted to bring in new stuff, hence a lot of the new action sequences in the movie. He also says that it's something that could develop over time with Spider-Man, and the producer adds that it could be something that they're going to be doing different from the other movies. So they do want to keep this movie different from the previous Spider-Man movies. I know the previous Spider-Man movie series have been different from each other, but Spider-Man Homecoming is different. It's part of the MCU, so they do want to handle it differently, and they do want to make it more unique. So for the most part, that's the main explanation for spider sense. So is it there? Yes, it is, but they want to do it differently, and they didn't want to make it they didn't want to focus on it just as much as they did in the previous Spider-Man movies. So that's the main reason why we didn't see it in Spider-Man Homecoming. So he does have it, but we didn't see it for those reasons. So I really do think they are going to make it develop. Producer did say that it is something that's more second nature to him, and as he presumably as he gets better, there's probably going to be something more integrated into him. And he did keep saying that it's not the suit, it's him. So I'm pretty sure everyone already knows that, but he kind of wanted to shed light on that. So that's going to be for this video. I just want to talk about the spider sense because I did notice that it wasn't there in the movie, and it wasn't there in Captain America Civil War, and that's where I first noticed that Spider-Man, he kind of lacked it. So I would have thought it was just something natural, like just something like a sixth sense, I guess, and he would just naturally react to it. I didn't think it was something he'd have to like get used to, but if they're gonna do it differently, we have to see how it turns out. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it well because this movie was a great movie. If you guys haven't watched it already, then you guys should definitely check it out. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.